Good evening ළමයි හැමෝටම සුබ සන්ධ්‍යාවක් අයිබෝවන් දුවේ පුතේ grade 6 ළමයි today we are going to discuss our model paper number 15, right? Model paper number 15, and this PDF file I already uploaded into the LMS system. You can download it and get some printout, then paste it on your book. ලස්සන වැඩේ කරන්න ඕන. හරි? Right. Now this is a question number 1. Actually, this one relevant to the number lines. And do you remember this one? Right? Nearby. Okay. Right. This is model number 15. A straight line segment used to represent numbers is called a number line. Right? And this one's minus 4 to plus 5 arrowheads. Right? The gap between the two constant numbers becomes equals. Right? 3 characteristics if number line which was drawn correctly. And you draw the arrowheads. You keep the same distance, same gap between the two consecutive numbers, as well as the right hand side is called as a positive numbers, and the left hand side we call as a negative numbers, and the negative numbers and the positive numbers we call as a integers, and integer we call as a 0 is also integer. Now, draw a number line correctly and mark 0, minus 3, plus 3 and minus 1 on it. Right. You have to draw the number line correctly. Last number line and draw the arrowheads. Right. And the positive number, what is the maximum positive number? Is a 3. Right. Now we're going to mark. And this is a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a positive side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the left hand side of the 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Right. Like this. Now you have to mark. How to mark? 0. Go put a 0 maybe. Right. This is a 0. And minus 3. Here is a minus 3. As well as a plus 3. As well as a minus 1. Right. Very. Then write the integers here 0, minus 3, 3 and minus 1. It has a order, is a ascending order. And you know the meaning of the ascending. Ascending can be smallest to greatest, right? Smallest to greatest. Therefore, question number 3, smallest to greatest, that means left hand side, right hand side. And now first number should be a minus 3, minus 1, 0, and the plus 3. Increasing order. Smallest to greatest we call as ascending order. Ascend. Very well. Right. Now, use the inequality signs, and you know the crocodile mouth. Open side will be a greater side. Open side is greater side. Right. Minus 7 and plus 3. Number 4. This is a special letter A. Minus 7 and plus 3. And 0 and minus 8. It's a B. And the C1 is a minus 5 and minus 9. Right hand side number situated on the number line is always greater than the left hand side number. And the first scenario, minus 7 plus 3, negative 7 and the positive 3. And we know every positive number should be a greater than the negative number. Therefore, definitely plus 3 is the greatest one. Now, look at this one. Minus 8. Minus 8 left hand side. 0 is here. And every negative numbers is less than the 0. 0 වලට වඩා පුතේ negative numbers හැමතිස්සෙම චූටි. ඒක තේරුම 0 is always greater than the negative numbers. එහෙනම් 0 is the greatest one. Now look at this. Minus 5 and minus 9. Now both are negative. Now tell me minus 5 and minus 9. And minus 9. Now look at this. And think as this is a number line. This is a minus 9. This is a minus 5. And minus 5 is the right hand side of that number. And this is the left hand side. Therefore, minus 5 is the greatest one. When we are going to consider the two negative numbers, the minimum smallest negative number නේද? එයා චූටිම negative number එක තමයි ලොකුම නේද? Negative numbers is big වෙන මොකද වෙන්නේ ඒක? ලොකු වෙන්න. It becomes as a greatest one, then value should be actual value becomes as a lowest. Therefore, minus 9 is the smallest one. Then minus 5 is the greatest one. Minus 5 තමයි ලොකුම. දැන් මේ බලන්නකෝ. Minus 100 minus 300. Now tell me, what is the greatest one? It's not a minus 300. Minus 100 is the greatest one. Minus 100 තමයි පුතේ ලොකු. Well done. හරි. අපි ලස්සන මේක note down කරගමු. This is the first question relevant to our paper. Right. Now this is a question number 2. Write down the fractions with denominator 10 and numerator 3. Write down the fractions. Now denominator කියන්නේ කවුද පුතේ? Down ones. මතකනේ D කියන්නේ denominator. 10 and 3 is a numerator. Good. And write down the unit fractions with denominator 5. Now you can write as a unit fraction with denominator 5. Denominator should be 5. What is the representative of the unit fractions? Unit fractions can be numerator becomes as a 1. Just only 1. As example, 1/3, 1/5, 1/7, 1/10 we call as a unit fractions. Right? Always numerator is equal to the 1. And write an equivalent fractions for the unit fraction written in number 2. මෙයාට පුතේ equivalent fraction එකක් ලියන්නලු. Now how to write as equivalent fractions? And this is 1/5. Therefore you can multiply by the both terms by 2. කැමති එකකි. Now answer becomes 2 times 1, 2. And 2 times 5, 10. Now 2 over 10 is the answer. Yeah. You can multiply any number. You can multiply by any number. You can divide by any number. Then equal fractions becomes a two ways. By dividing, by multiplying. Now I'm going to use the multiplication method by multiply by 2. මම තෝරගත්තේ number 2. ඔයාලට මේක 5 වලින් multiply කරන්නත් පුළුවන් කැමති නම්, right? If becomes multiplied by 5, 1 times 5 becomes 5 and the 5 times 5 becomes 25. Now 5 over 25 becomes as an answer. And fourth one, find the value 5 over 13, 5 over 13 plus and 2 over 13 plus 4 over 13. That's very easy. Because denominators are equals, then you can add 5 plus 2 plus 4, it becomes as 11. But don't add 13 and 13 and 13, nah? Right? Then answer is 11 over 13. Right. Now find the value. Look at the fifth one. This one's very important. Make a 7 over 8 minus 1 over 4. In this situation, there are different denominators now. This is 8, this is a 4. And this is a maximum number. This is the greatest number. Then 4 we can write as 8. Half. You have to multiply by the 2. Numerator and denominator you can multiply by the both. Now answer becomes 7 over 8 minus 1 times 2 is a 2, 2 over 8. Now answer becomes 5 over 8. 5 over 8. 5 over 8. 5 over 8. The sum of the two unit fractions becomes as 8 over 15. Write down the two unit fractions. Two unit fractions. Sum of the two unit fractions becomes as 8 over 15. Write down the two unit fractions. අපිට sum එක ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා කොහොමද 8 over 15. Hello? Right. Question number 6. Right? The unit fractions දෙකක් කියලා කියනවා. Unit fractions becomes as a 1. The numerator becomes as a only 1. Right? The denominator becomes as a denominator is a 13. Right? It's 13. Right? Now look at this. Right? This one is a 8 or 15. Now this is answer 15, right? And this one is I'm going to change as like this. What about that? We're going to make it another one. Now this is a 15. 15 you can write as 5 times 3, right? And 5 times 3 15 and 5 plus 3 is 8. Ena very good. Ena puthe mama hitara ඒ විදියට. Now 1 over 3 plus 1 over 5. Now this one. Now look at this one. බලමු ගාන හදලා පුතේ. 1/3 plus 1/5. Now you know 3 and 5 you can change just 3 and 5 becomes as a 15. Multiply by 5, multiply by 5, multiply by 3, multiply by 3. Now this one changes as a 5 over 15. This one becomes as a 3 over 15. Now sum is equals to the 8 over 15. හරනේ වැඩි. එහෙනම් answer එක තමයි පුතේ මේ තියෙන්නේ. What are the unit fractions? 1/3 plus 1/5. එක චුට්ටක් අමාරුයි. මේක. බයින්න නෑ. knowledge එකකට දුන්නේ. ඔච්චර අමාරු කරක් නෑ. Okay. Now note down these ones. ලස්සන විදිහට ලියාගමු පුතේ. Now listen. If the following statements are true, put tick, and if they are wrong, put cross in the brackets. So put the A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E. Now tell me, first one. This is a quadrilateral. What means a quadrilateral? There are four sides. There are only four sides. Therefore, we call it as a quadrilateral. Good. It's correct. This is a closed figure. Closed in the this one is open. It's not a closed figure. Therefore, it's wrong. C1. In a rectangle, all the angles are equals. Yes, because this is a rectangle and we know the all angles are equals. All angles are we call as a right angles. අපි එකම right angle කියලා නේද? Therefore, C1 is correct. D. This is a straight angle. No. This one we call as a obtuse angle. Right? The straight angle is like this. Straight line එකක් වගේ තියෙනවා. Therefore, D is wrong. In the parallelogram, all the sides are equal. No. Because parallelogram එක මතකයිනේ. Rectangle එකට පයින් ගැහුවමනේ. Opposite sides are equal, but all sides are not equals. Then E is also wrong. Is also wrong. ඔය ටික මතක තියෙන්න ඕනද? Now I got the fourth one. Perimeter of a square is 48 cm. Now look at this perimeter of a square. Square එකක් කියන්නේ පුතේ මෙහෙමනේ තියෙන්න ඕන. All sides are equal. Then perimeter equals to 28 centimeters. Now there are four equal sides. එහෙනම් එක side එකක් වෙන මොකද කරන්න ඕන? Tell me the method. කියමු බලන්න. What is the method? You need to divide by the 48. You need to divide by the 48. Therefore, length of side divided by the 4, then answer becomes 12 centimeters. 12 centimeters. If the length and the breadth of the rectangle is a 17 cm and 30 respectively. Number 2. And this is a rectangular shape. And the length is equal to the 17 and breadth is a 30. Now how to find the perimeter? How to find the perimeter? 17 plus 17 plus 13 plus 13. You need to add all lengths. Patakai? Right. Now 7 and 7 14 plus 3 17 20. 1 remainder. Now 1 2 3 4 5. Now answer becomes as a 50 cm. 50 cm. Find the perimeter of the given figure. It's like an L shape. Right. And 7 and 18. This was very important. Now look at this. And you know, this side and this side, the sum of these two sides should be 18. 18. As well as this side and this side it should be 7. බලන්න වැඩේ එහෙනම්. එහෙනම් මම ලියනවා 18 plus 7 plus these black color things. මේ දෙකේම sum එක පුතේ 18. මේ දෙක කැල් හැදෙන මේ දෙක එකතු වෙලානේ. Therefore this one is 18. And the red color things it becomes as a 7. Now you need to add 18 plus 7 25 25 plus 18 and 7. අමාරු වෙන අපි ලියාගෙන බලමු. 18 18 7 7. You need to write as a correct place. Place වරද්දන්න බෑ. One place එක ලියන්න. 8 16 23 and the 30. 3 remainders. Now answer becomes as a 50. 50 cm. හරිද? 50 cm. Right. එහෙනම් හැමෝටම මම හිතන්නේ තේරුණා lesson එක. අපේ paper model number 15 අපි කතා කරා මේ perimeter, how to add the lengths. Also we read the number line and comparing the integers and the quadrilaterals, polygons. අපි කතා කරා parallelograms, right? Quadrilaterals, cross figures. ඒ වගේම අපි කතා කරා rectangle and squares. මේ දේවල් වල characteristics, right? එහෙනම් හැමෝටම God bless you. අපි හැමෝම අපේ theory class එකත් එක්ක Saturday